very happy, like almost 2 weeks, and I got my passport like for the first time. So I was very happy. It's going to show that when you finish this thing that carry and come this our country, are you going to go back? What is your family ties? What I'm already even telling people how to, like how much for all these things I told you guys you're going to be applying. Now application fee that you're going to pay to the RICC for application for visa application is really people again. Like why did they allow me to get the visa and now stressing me to travel? Now, firstly, I'm half of the camera. Today, nice sun is show love. Like the video can't do like this. Hi, sir. Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you all for being here. If you're just coming in, I appreciate you. If you've been here before, I appreciate you. If you've subscribed, I appreciate you. And if you're yet to subscribe, I appreciate you because I know you're going to subscribe right now and turn on your notification button to know when I drop a video I know you're sure gonna need. So today's video is like a part 2 of the earlier video I shot some days ago, my previous video, which I'm going to link here right here. This video has to intensively detail you on how I got my admission in a school in Canada, and it's going to give you a breakdown detail of how you can get your admission, things to consider, what to consider, provinces to consider, and the rest of it. Just watch out for this video. You sure don't want to miss out, because if you watch this video, you can relate to this video outrightly. And I'm gonna link the video right here. You're gonna see it here. Just click on it and watch it, and come back to this video and watch this video to see how you can get your visa without stress, without any denial, with just cool ease. With ease, you get your visa. I got my visa in 2 weeks and 3 days, or no, 2 weeks and 4 days. I got my visa. Yeah, so I want to take you down through how I got my visa and how you can get yours too. So if they are saying now, let's start. Okay, so you sure want to check out the video and come right in here. You sure want to check out my travel vlog. So interesting, adventurous, and informative. If you're planning to travel someday, you sure want to watch out this travel vlog links right here to see how I moved and how I dissected my movement to Canada. Thank you. So let's get down to today's video, a video that's going to intensively open you to how you can get your visa in shorter time. You don't need to wait. You don't need to start waiting for months, years. Some people even wait. Some people start applying for Canada visa since COVID-19 till now. Some of them have not get. Some of them just got last year. But now you don't need that. Things are getting more better and more advanced, and more the more you know, the better you put into your visa application, and it helps and facilitates your visa application. So let's get down into the video. Now, first of all, I'll be taking you guys through on the documents. These documents are documents you need to ascertain the visa consular officer or the immigration officer's attention and approval. So you need these documents to get the approval. Now I'll be listing out the documents intensively for you. You sure want to get these documents ready before you apply for your visa. Yeah, so I'll be starting with the first document. You all know this. If you're applying for something, and if you watch me looking down, I woke up this morning taking a note of all I need to tell you guys about this visa process, on my visa process, and how you can get yours too. So when you see me looking down, I'm looking right down to the notes to just make sure I'm giving you guys all you need to know. Now, firstly, if you want to apply for something international, you sure know that you need international passport. You cannot apply for international something without international passport. Are you playing? So you need something. You need an international passport, a valid one. Now let me tell you, if you're applying for a study permit for 2 years, your program is 2 years, and you want to come to Canada in like 2 years, now you sure need a 5 year of, do they have 3 years visa, 3 years passports? Yes, I think they have. So you sure need a 3 years passport, a fresh, like a passport that has at least 3 years space in it. Then if you're coming for a 4 years course, now you sure need a 5 years valid passports. You sure need that. So make sure you try to check out the passport when it's expiring and when it's how long or the time duration of your passport before you put in your passport for your application. You sure want to check that first. That is the first thing you should check even from your admission, if your passport can last till the years. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry, the visa officer we will not give you, because he or she will not want a situation whereby you will not get into the country and your passport expires and you're not trying to sketch around, or stuff like that. So he or she don't want it. So you need your international passport. I think I've just used 2 minutes to explain why you really need your international passport. First thing first, it does not take you much. 2 weeks. Some people get theirs express 2 weeks. You get it if you are so in a hurry. But if you're not in a hurry, 1 month you can get your international passport. There you go. So secondly, if you're coming in as a student, of which that is the topic of today's video, like coming in as a student, that's what I'm focusing on today. Maybe my next video will carry some other methods of coming in, but this video is coming in for as a student, a study permit. Now you sure need that letter that the school gave to you, like the school sent you an admission acceptance letter and say, yo, we have accepted you, that letter. So you sure need that letter on as a document you'll be needing. You need that letter as a document, Then you sure need a state, like you sure need a certificate of state of origin, like to certify that I'm from this state, or I'm from this other state, I'm from this state, I'm from Nigeria, stuff like that. You need it. Then you need your siblings data page, not necessarily data page. You need your siblings, whatsoever you can use to identify that this person is my sibling, be it national ID card, be it voter ID card, be it driving license, be it whatever you can use to say, yes, this person is my family and this is my sibling for the future purpose. You sure need it. Then you need if someone is sponsoring you, like you're not doing it as per, like I'm sponsoring myself, you have a sponsor. Now if you have a sponsor, you need to bring documents from the sponsor to show that, yes, this person is sponsoring me and I have a relationship with this person in such way, maybe my mother, maybe my sister, maybe my brother or uncle or father or whosoever who is sponsoring you. As far as your guardian, you sure have to provide a method of identification that will show that, yes, this person is belonging to me, or I know this person is not just a random person coming to just put in his money and say I'm sponsoring you. You sure need that. Then if you have a student accolade, I didn't provide that, but if you have one, why not? A student accolade could be maybe during your time of studies, you got an award for best student or best whatever, or any certificate they gave you as best whatever. It helps too. It helps. So you need another. This thing I'm telling you guys is just the documents you need. After the documents you need, then I'll tell you how the process goes. So this is just the documents. You sure want to wait for how you can use these documents and how you can place them in, and timing and when to place them in. That should be the next part of this same video. So now you want to get your passport. This passport is a passport where your eyes is showing, your ears is showing on a white background. Most people go to a studio to snap this passport, like it's a passport, and it must have a particular format. I think it has a particular format. You sure want to look up to it. I'm going to put a link of how, like, the kind of passport you need down in the description. So you need to go snap such picture. But me, I didn't go to studio. All I did was use my phone. My phone is bright enough to snap pictures, so I use my phone to just snap. Someone snaps me a passport, like the same type. My eyes was clear on a white background. Don't use red background. You're not snapping to apply for a servant in the shrine. You are snapping to get visa. You use white background. Don't use red background. Don't even use green background. Just use white background. Normal. Some of you know already. Then you sure need this important thing. I'll do a video for this. Like, I might share my own if you guys need it, because I wrote my SOP myself. So I might share it for you guys, if based on the comments. If you need to see how my SOP or read what my SOP looks like, just comment down below. I'm going to do a video for that and share you guys how my SOP was. It was so sweet and enticing and catching. Like when you read this SOP, you say, yes, this person gets sense and this person really know what he wants. Like it's sharp. So you need SOP. What is SOP? SOP is statement of purpose. Many people call it different things, but the general word for it is statement of purpose. Wetin carry you dey come this country? What are you coming this country to do? What are you showing? Like, what is going to show that when you finish this thing that carry and come this our country, are you going to go back? What is your family ties? I'm already even telling people how to write the SOP. What is your family ties? Like, what impact are you going to be to the country? And what are you going to, like, you need to tell them all those things. Yes, when I go back to my country, I want to go back to my country because I have my family in my country. I have a business in my country. I have whatever in my home country. So I'll be going back to my country. That's the key things they want to hear in that SOP is your purpose of coming, your home ties, and if you are going to go back, that is the home ties. They want to make sure that this guy is not going to remain here or is not going to violate our guidelines or our rules. You need to go back once you finish your study. They want to know that even if you know you're not going to go back. Continue. So now let's continue with it. So you need your SOP actually. So you sure need your SOP, no cap. Then ides. Yeah, you need ides for some province. But my province, I didn't write any ides. And for some country, not province. Now, maybe your country is not speaking English or French, or in fact, your language is different, like all these Ugandans, all these kind of languages, South Africa. English is not your first language. If English is not your first language, I don't just know, but if English is not your first language, you sure need to write a proficiency test, which is an English proficiency test to certify that, yes, I can cope with the English, I can speak English, I can write English, I can listen English, listening, writing, reading, and hearing. I be all of them. So, but I did not write that thing. So my country, Nigeria, speaks good English. So English is our first language. We were colonized by British, so English is our first language. And for our country, we don't need to write ides. I didn't write ides. I never wrote ides in this life. So, but if you want to write it, you sure need a band 7. You sure need a band 7 total average. So you need ides if available. So if your country is not English, you need ides. Then now if you have a sponsor and the sponsor is your parents, you sure need to provide a document. Like, that is your sponsor. So that your sponsor needs to provide documents, like needs to provide necessary document that shows that yes, this person is able and is capable to sponsor this guy. He's not going to be stranded in Canada. He's going to, get feedback from home, financial feedback from home at the end of the day. So that your sponsor needs to provide certificates, documents, landed assets that shows that yes, this person is either working in a company where he's being paid something nice, because you're sure going to provide your pay or your certificates or the company you're working and what you're earning from the company, because you're sure going to provide that. And if your sponsor have an asset, you need to provide it. Like, for me, it was easier because I had an asset. I had my personal asset. I provided my personal asset to the immigration office or to the porter, and I provided my sponsor. I had a sponsor too. So I provided my sponsor's assets too to the immigration office. So these things matters a lot because they want to know that you are capable. Like this guy, he has an asset, he has social thing in Nigeria, or he has this in Nigeria, or he provided that he has this. So this guy has he can be able to sponsor himself. Even my asset alone would have been able to certify that I can sponsor myself. But no, I provided my sponsor's asset because now my sponsor serves as two things: home ties. Now you see where my sponsor is going to help, where sponsors help, because if your sponsor is your parents and your parents is back in the country, it serves as strong home ties. Like, they're going to say, yes, oh, this person's sponsor and family member is in the country, so this person must surely come back to the country to be with this person. Or you have you have a investment, or you have a business in the country, you provide it the document and say, yes, I have this business and I'm going to come back for this business. Is a home tie. So there's a letter the sponsor have to write like I wrote my own for my sponsor. My sponsor, I wrote my letter by myself for my sponsor. My sponsor was my mother. So I wrote the letter for her, and wrote all those catchy words too. You see, if you still want to know how the letter of the sponsor, like the sponsor letter is like, I'm still going to tell you. Just comment. I'm going to do a video for the sponsor letter and the SOP, because the sponsor needs to write a letter certifying that yes, I'm the one sponsoring this person to Canada, and I support this person with my full chest. Like, I'm going to be there for the person financially and otherwise. I'm going to be there. I have social assets, I have social business, I have social, I'm employed in social place, I'm earning such amount, and I'm able to sponsor the person, and I have such an amount in my bank. Very important. If you're using a sponsor, that sponsor needs to have a certain amount in the bank. Like, a sponsor needs to have a good amount of money. As for Canada, the minimum amount of money you should have is 20,000 Canadian dollars. You need to provide a bank statement from the sponsor stating that the sponsor has 20,000 Canadian dollars. So that is equally among the deal of the documents you're going to provide. Now, the sponsor needs to do something again, something very significant. Gift deed. What is gift deed? Gift deed is the sponsor, like, they do this thing in court. Like, I did my own gift deed in court. I went to Ikeja High Court, and they would just do the whole thing, write all those grammar, finish, stamp it for you. Just pay small money, shaking money, 1.5. You have to do your gift deed, or 2K. You do your gift deed. Like, I did mine that then with 1.5. So you go to court, any court around you, just do swear the affidavit of support. So you do all those stuff. Gift deed is like the person transferring a sum of money to your account and saying, yes, this is to show that I'm really sponsoring this person. Like, my sponsor, my mom, did a gift deed to my account. So I had a nice amount of money in my account for myself, and my mom like transferred more to my account, and I equally submitted my account statement. Though it's not necessary, but I just wanted to prove beyond imaginable doubt that I can sponsor myself. I provided my account statement too with the gift deed. The gift deed, how to do it is, you go to the bank, the sponsor transfers the money to your account, and then you will get the account statements. Then in the account statement, and when you want to transfer money, they'll ask you like, for what purpose. So when you want to take down my dog, when you want to write the purpose of the application, you're going to write gift deed. Your sponsor is going to write gift deed to so person and the purpose. So that gift deed, when you are not doing, your sponsor is doing account statements, it's now going to show when you are going through the what is it called, through the account statements and the money transactions. Then when they want to check the last place, they will now see gift deed to so person. They will now sit and say, oh yeah, this person have done gift deed. So gift deed is important too. Though not so important, but it's important. But it's not a mandatory. It's kind of optional. Then gift deed, I've said that. Then I've talked about personal assets and sponsor's asset and the rest of it. If your sponsor does not have, maybe is working, and the sponsor will need to say, yes, this is the social amount I'm earning in a year. Like, this is my total salary in a year, and it should be equivalent to sponsoring you in Canada, or equivalent to your tuition fee. Or if your sponsor is working or has a company, if your sponsor has a company, there's what we call CAC. The sponsor needs to provide a CAC, a corporation, something. I'll write the name up here. A corporation, whatever company, to show that yes, I have a company and I'm certifying that this is my company. A certificate, something like that shows that this person has a company and has good income coming from that company. So, having said that, we proceed to the next part, which is the transcript from the school. You should need your transcript from school. I think you need that even your admission. Like, if you are coming for BSc, you need your undergraduate transcript. That is your secondary school transcript. If you are coming for masters and PhD, you need your university transcript and reference too. So after that, you need your police clearance. Now, I was talking with a friend of mine in school some days ago, and his person said, I didn't do my police clearance, and he got his visa too in a month. And so police clearance is one of the things they said is needed and is required, but I found out that most people didn't do it. like, but I did mine, and it's not too cost, it's not too expensive. I say with 40k or 35,000, you can do your police clearance. I did my own in Lagos too. I've forgotten. Just ask of where they do that stuff, like where the command this thing isn't. Go and do your police clearance. It's not taking much. Just between 2 hours to 3 hours, you have done it, and you take the document and submit to your IRCC portal. Then affidavit of support, I've said that before. Proof of this thing, I've said that before. Then travel history is not even necessary. It's not, to me, it's not so important. I don't do any travel history. I've not even traveled. I've not traveled before. I've not even go to Ghana before, so I don't have any travel history. All I've done is interstate, from River State to Lagos, from Lagos to Abuja, from Abuja to Imo State, from Imo State to Calabar, to this, but I've not traveled outside this country before, so I didn't have any travel history, and it didn't cost my denial. Yeah, I didn't have any travel history, so it's not too important. Then now I want to equally like, I will go through this process like on my next the next section now. So biometrics and medicals, you sure need that now. Normally, like, you need to go for your biometric, you need to first go for your medicals. Like me, I'm going to say this about biometrics. I'm going to detail it in my procedures of how I did my own and how to get started. So biometrics and medical. So I've finished with the documents you need. All these documents are very important. You must provide these documents to get the visa officer convinced that this person is legit and the person knows what he's doing or what he wants. So now let's go down to procedures on how to go about all this document, like the procedures you want to apply. It's not going to be too long because I've already said almost everything in the previous section. So this section is like the procedures. Now, the procedures are to start your application is, first of all, you need to log on to the IRCC website that has to do with the refugee Canada stuff. Then you have to log on to that site. I'll link the site down in the description. So you have to log on to the site, create a profile. After creating your personal profile, put in your details and all your everything. You have your account username and your password. You log in, and then after that, you put in all these documents I've listed in the previous section. Put all those documents in a PDF file, in format or whatever. Put them in to the place, to the anyone that they ask you for this, you put them. They ask you for this, you put it. They ask you for this, you put it. After putting it, let me tell you this other part of my application. I used an agent. Yeah, I used an agent. If you don't know, I use an agent. And I use an agent because it was my first time trying to apply. And I didn't just wanted to be rejected as my first time. I just wanted to get it right. So I used an agent. But like, I followed my process up. Like, I've equally helped somebody out with his procedure to get to Canada. And the person is in Canada right now. So I'm not an immigration, I'm not an agent. So don't come and start asking me or telling me to help you to do your own. I'm not an agent. If you need an agent, just go and apply and get an agent. So I'm not an agent, but I've helped somebody to. What I mean by that is to show you that I've had to go through these procedures now with somebody. Like, I've tried to like say, yo, you need this, you need to put this in it. I've done it for somebody. Because when I was in Nigeria, I was helping the guy. So the guy has like gotten to Canada now. He got into Canada like last 2 weeks. So I've equally like been in a position of helping somebody out back in Nigeria. At the same time, I was trying to process my own with an agent because I just wanted my own, and I was very, very busy with my life. So and another thing is, I use an agent, but I followed up my process. That is one of the things most mistake people make. That's why some people use agents, and at the end of the day, they'll still deny them. They will deny you and your agent. So when you are using agents, still follow up the process. SOP, you write your SOP, you write your affidavit of support, you write your all those stuffs, you follow up your process, you do all those things. Like, you're always checking out how the things is going, or what is next, what is this, what is that, how are you doing this, how are you doing that. So make sure that they're putting you on the right track. They're not trying to put you on a wrong track, you understand? So as an agent, so my agent advised that we do an upfront medical. So upfront medicals is like, I did my upfront medicals even before I started the application. Like, I just applied for medicals and booked my medicals online, and then went for my medicals. After going for my medicals, they will just upload the medical result. They will not send anything to you. I did my medicals in Lagos, IUM. They will not send anything to you. They will just upload it to the site and say, yes, this person passed the medicals or not. But everybody tries to pass the medicals. It's not too hard. It's just they will just do you malaria and typhoid, all those kind of stuff. If you have any HIV, all those kind of things, your eye vision, all those things, it's not too hard. So now, after I went for my medicals, I equally submitted my what is it called, my bank statement. Like, this is a kind of an electronic kind of submission of bank statement. This is not an account statement. This one is the bank, is a kind of mini bank statement. Like, it's just going to the bank is going to send this bank statement directly to the RICC website. They are going to send it directly. Like, it goes directly to them. Then I did that too, and after that I waited, and after waiting for after going for my medicals, I started my application, submitted all my documents, did everything. After submitting all my documents, then I went for my biometrics. Biometrics is normal. That is the last thing you will want to be doing. So after biometrics, I clicked on submit. I submitted everything. My agent submitted everything for me, and I was just chilling like a week, 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, some days after, I was just on the road, and then I got a message from, I was just going to somewhere. I think I was driving somewhere, and I got a message from my agent's office. No, my agent first told me, from my agent, the office. One of them just first sent me a message that, you have gotten your visa, sending your passport for stamping. I was like, God, I just took, I'm going to link the video of the day I went to pick up my passport, because I was not living in Lagos, I was living in Port Harcourt. So I had to send my passport to Lagos, and from Lagos to VFS office. So I was very happy. Yeah, I was very happy. My mom was happy. I'm going to show you guys my mom's reaction of the day I told her that, oh mama, I came to the house that day because I don't stay with my mom. So I just came to the house. I just said, Mom. My visa is, they asked me to bring my passport today. Yes. God never fails. She was praying and happy. You see the video. So she was very, very happy, and I got my passport. I was very, very happy. Almost 2 weeks, and I got my passport for the first time. So I was very, very happy, and that was it. I sent my passport to them now and got my passport stamped in 2 weeks and 2 days. I got my passport stamped. So I'm going to share this. This video is becoming very long, but I still need to share this information. Now, if you want to book your flights, please don't book your flights close, normal time for them to stamp your passport when you send it to VFS and return it back to you is 2 weeks. But most times if there is too much plenty passport, it might take time. So you don't want to be in a situation where my kind of situation. I had a situation that made me, I finished my biometrics around 14th of November or 15th, thereabout of November. I submitted November, ending of November, and I got my visa on the December 4th, and I got to Canada on the 23rd of April. So you can see the gap. I missed a whole section. Why? Because of this mistake. I don't want you to make this mistake. Now, if you are sending in your passport, it's a 2 weeks interval to get it back, or shorter. It can be lesser, it can be more, or shorter. So you don't want to take that chance. You just want to either wait and get your passport before you book your flight, or you book your flights 3 weeks ahead. I booked my flight just 2 weeks ahead. So, and I got my passport after 2 days after 2 weeks. 2 days after 2 weeks, I got my passport, and my flight was I booked my flight for 8th of January. After booking my flight, I said, okay, yeah, I'm going to get my passport before then. No, I got my passport on the 10th of January. So my flight has, my flight have expired already. Not expired, I had to reschedule, because when it was on the 7th, I had to reschedule my flights because I didn't get my passport that day, and the time was fast approaching, and there was no way I was going to get my passport on the 8th and travel on the 8th if I got it then. So I just rescheduled, and it's a whole lot of money to reschedule. It's like I rescheduled it about 400 and something thousand to reschedule my flights, only to reschedule flights. So you don't want to make that mistake. Just be sure of that if you are not, be sure of the time you are taking to book your flight. So I booked my flight. I rescheduled my flight 2 times. Let me tell you guys, I rescheduled my flight 2 times. The first one was because my passport came in late, and the second one, and after I got my passport on the 10th, where my flight was supposed to be on the 8th. After I got my passport on the 10th, and I rescheduled again for 31st of January. Okay, I've rescheduled and I've paid money for rescheduling. Now the school now told me, yo, your resumption date is supposed to be on the 5th of January. You didn't come in on the 5th, and it's already weeks after. You cannot come in again. Like, that is how they do here. Is a rule or a policy here. You cannot come in like 2 weeks after class if you did not start online, except you already started online, and my courses were not online courses. I need to be personal, physical in class. I tried asking if I can start classes online. They said no, you need to be in classes. So unfortunately, they said you cannot come in on the 30th of January when I rescheduled my flight. I say, God, what is this? God, is it my village people again? Like, why did they allow me to get the visa and now stressing me to travel? I was so pained, and I said, okay, anyhow, I prayed and said, God, just take control. Like, this thing is not making sense anymore. So I booked, and I said, okay, let me book another one again. Let me reschedule another one. And I paid on that money, another huge amount of money, about 485,000 naira for another rescheduling again. I rescheduled again for April 20th. That was my birthday, and I was looking for, because my next resumption date was May 1st. That was when I deferred to May 1st. So May 1st was my next. So I need to be in Canada a week to my resumption. So I was looking at 17th to 21st, any flights that is available that time. I was using Qatar, so I was checking, and I saw that on the 20th there was a flight available, and that was on my birthday. So I said, wow, it's a nice way to celebrate a birthday. I said I booked it, and that was the day I finally traveled. So you sure want to know? I think this video is getting too long, but I want to tell people like the fees. I want to make it very short and brief, like how much for all these things I told you guys you're going to be applying. Now, application fee that you're going to pay to the RICC for application, for visa application, is 150,000. I'm going to be calling it in naira. Is 150,000 naira. Then your medicals is 55,000 naira. Then your biometrics is 5,000 naira as of when I applied. So, and then what else? Nothing again you need to pay. After all those things, you book your flights. I book my flights I give gap, so I booked my flights with about 1.4 million naira for my flights. So what else do you need to know? I paid half my tuition fee. That is very, very short. This I'm talking now is like the money aspect of everything, and which is very necessary because you need to submit a receipt of your tuition fee to the visa officer. So I paid half of my tuition fee. And what else? Which other money did I spend again? I paid half my tuition fee and paid. You sure need to get accommodation before you reach your, except you need to pay for an Airbnb. So I paid half of my tuition fee, and I got an apartment using Kijiji. I'll still link it here. I got an apartment before arrival, and yeah, it made life easier for me. And what else did I do? Nothing else. So these are the few things, and I paid for my agents. Like the money, like agents will always charge you money now. So yeah, but if you still want to like know about my agent and try to know if it's going to work out between you guys, you can just DM me on IG, ask for my IG link. I'm going to send it to you, and you DM me on IG, and I'll link you up with him. He's a very good guy. He stays in Lagos. He has an office in Lagos and an office in Abuja. So you can work with him. He's a good agent, you know. So that's all you need to know about the whole thing. Thank you very much. This video is very lengthy. If you have stuck to this video to this time, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for sticking with me. My next video is, you are sure going to need this next video. This next video is I'm going to post it anytime. Like, I've been having a busy schedule, but I'm always going to be having time to post my videos and videos on how you need to immigrate. My next video is going to be a video. I don't want to tell you the topic now till when you see it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Till I come your way next time. Peace. Subscribe. Turn on the notification button. Don't fail to do that. Thank you.